with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty. You in the sports mix with Kenny, news and knowledge. A lot of dope techniques make kids become scholars. You need to tune in. A lot of hot topics. When it comes to sports, Kenny sound like a prophet. You in the mix, man, you in the mix. Plus he keep you up on all the hottest trends. Plus you never know who he has as a guest. So grab a cold one, man, and just tune in. You in the mix, man, you in the mix. You in the mix, sports mix. You in the mix, rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty. You in the mix, man, you in the mix. You in the mix, sports mix. You in the mix, you rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty.
Yes, sir. Sports mix in the building. Got my man with me, Dino. What's up, my brother?
All right.
Yeah, we here, man. Hey, what's this? The AFC divisional round?
Yes.
Division round. Dominating defensive performance. You know, Ravens get the dub onto the AFC Championship game. Mm-hmm. First time we hosted the AFC Championship game since 1971, I think they said.
Yeah, somewhere back there was Baltimore.
Somewhere back in the 70s, it was the Colts.
Yeah.
You know, so it's gonna be. I mean, the city gonna be on fire all week.
Yes.
You know, with I know it's gonna be all kind of little events going on, and the players probably gonna be making appearances at little restaurants and bars and all that stuff. So you know, the city gonna be lit up, man. It's gonna be on fire next week for this whole week, and we get to host the AFC Championship game here in the city, man. Ravens get the winner out of Buffalo and Kansas City tomorrow, and it don't even matter which one, because they got to come see us. So, you know, I'm ready for it, man. But
you know,
yeah, let's just chop it up about this one first. You know, it was like 20. Lamar, I know Lamar hadn't played in like 20, 21 days, something like that.
Yeah.
A couple other starters had a nice break in between. So, you know, people worried about, you know, the little rust or, you know, guys sitting out that didn't play, you know, thinking about what happened the last time when they were the number one seed, you know, got bumped in their first game, you know, anything that could have go wrong. Everybody was kind of worried about what could go wrong. And they came out ready to roll, man. They came out ready to roll. Slow start offensively.
Mm-hmm.
But they picked it up second half and looked real good, man. Looked real good. So what was your thoughts on the game?
I think you hit all the concerns, man. We had concerns. About the layoff. You know, Lamar probably hadn't been out there under center in 3 weeks or so. The rust, like you said, because Lamar was in a real good rhythm. The offense was in a good rhythm. You didn't want to throw that off. Then you think about, like you say, man, the history. You know, in the playoffs, and everybody's looking to see what Lamar and the Ravens do in the playoffs. That's the question.
Yeah.
You know, Tennessee game was still in a lot of people's mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we went there with a great record, 15-2, and the number one seed, and we got bumped off. So, you know, that thing was on our mind also, you know. But and the other thing, like you and I talked a little bit earlier, how good Stroud and them guys looked last week. In that game was another concern that make you feel a little nervous. I mean, that kid can play, man. Yeah, and he's going to be an elite quarterback, you know, for years to come. So, you know, Ravens will be bumping heads with this Houston team for years to come. But man, this year is all about Baltimore and them Ravens to me. You know, I think this is their year. We've been talking about that all season. The performance of the defense, man, was just dominant. And you know, if you take away that punt return for a touchdown, take away the guy punting the ball 27 yards, and they I think they, cashed in with a field goal on that. I mean, you could have been looking at a shutout here.
Yeah.
Defense played, man, dominating all over the place, all over the ball, making great tackles. Just a dominant performance. And I mean, once they rolled into that second half, I mean, they just really got dominant. And Lamar looked good. Justice Hill looked good. Isaiah Likely is a star. I mean, you can go down the list, man, on this team. Gus Edwards, that offensive line. Saw Lamar Jackson jumping Stanley's ass a little bit for not.
yeah, I saw that.
As we saw later on, Stanley was blocking people like crazy on some of those plays. So, man, this was really a great win. Yeah, that's a real good comment. I'm not sure who that is, but all this MVP talk.
Yeah.
Lamar.
Yeah, that's our Rodney Pierce, Big Rod.
Big Rod, yeah, Rod. That's a hell of a point, man, because they keep tossing that out there, MVP and all this stuff. And those kind of things, man, can throw somebody off, but Lamar's locked in.
Yeah, he locked in.
And great performance by the Ravens.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, you take away that punt return, and I mean, it's just clear domination. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, the offense started out slow, and then you call that whatever you want, whether it was rust or whether it was just failing out, going through the failing out process, not playing in 2 weeks or whatever the case. But they got that shit going. You know what I'm saying? They got it going, man, and yeah, it was.
So what you think about? I've had some conversations with some folks about.
Cuz that's Aaron Peck.
That's Pack. What's up, Aaron?
Take away the punt return, absolutely, cuz it's a clear dominant game if you take away that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
You take that away, man, and I've been talking to some folks about a couple of conversations regarding Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
His return to the team, and a couple of folks have said that they think that Lamar spread the ball a lot better without Andrews there. Mark Andrews has been his man throughout his career. They got that ESP connection between them, and Mark Andrews a beast. But some folks say that maybe he lock on to Mark a little bit too much, rely on him a little bit too heavily.
Yeah.
And with him out, he seems to spread the ball out a lot better. He seems to look for his other options and getting the ball to Bateman and Zay and Beckham and Aguilar and these guys. So I don't know. You got any thoughts on that?
Well, it's been clear over the last couple of years. When in doubt, we going to the well, and I agree. With him being out, being hurt, Lamar kind of had to, spread that ball around a little bit. And I think he gained some trust because remember, Likely had the drops. You know what I'm saying? Likely was dropping a lot of them balls when he was sharing time at the tight end.
Yes, he was.
And he showed what was it that rookie year during the preseason? He showed that he had some stuff with him.
He had talent.
He had some talent. He showed he had some talent. So I think he just had to kind of get out his own way, and and then Lamar and them had to gain some trust of him. Had to trust that when I throw you this ball, you're gonna catch it and you're gonna do something with it. But you seeing and OBJ didn't get a lot of targets. You know what I'm saying? I think he maybe had one or two, and it was one. I know he got one early.
Yeah.
Zay Flowers. Bateman is doing well. Even the other tight end, 88. Kolar, yeah. So Lamar is definitely spreading the ball around. But hats off to the old line, man. That running game was dominant tonight.
Good.
Dominant, man. I mean, like I say, he got on
Stanley.
He jumped in Stanley's ass a little bit.
He did.
for something. And man, with what's my guy that just came from the Jets?
Dalvin
Dalvin
Cook.
Cook. Yeah, I mean, even he had a nice run
Yes, he did.
there at the end. So, you got 3 running backs, with Hill, and I was never a big Hill fan. I was never a Justice Hill fan, but he trying to get some money this year. You know what I'm saying? He trying to get paid this year. He been doing pretty well. And he run hard.
He do.
He run hard. Gus. You know what you're gonna get from Gus.
Mm-hmm.
But adding that third back, to already the leading rushing team in the league, and he's a proven back.
Oh yeah.
And he hasn't had a lot of runs this year, so he should be kind of fresh.
Relatively fresh legs.
Yeah, he should be pretty fresh. So I'm excited, man. I'm a little more excited than I thought I would be. Coming into next week, man. You got the AFC Championship coming to the city. It's going to be crazy in Baltimore, man. It's going to be crazy here all week.
Yeah.
And Sunday ain't going to be able to get here fast enough. Sunday is not going to be able to get here fast enough. I mean, it's not even Sunday yet this week.
Right.
And we ready for Sunday next week. But yeah, this a dominant performance, man. Just on the defensive side. And Lamar, got the 2 touchdown runs. He did his Bo Jackson impersonation on that last one. Ran on up the tunnel and whatnot. I mean, is it any more clear who the MVP of this league is?
I mean, it's a wrap for me. He the man. It's a wrap. I say not only is he the MVP, but I think that he's just been the number 1 quarterback. He's been the best quarterback this year. Mm-hmm. He's played the best. I mean, and you could see in this game, he turned it up a notch a little bit on running that ball because he was determined to win this game. Lamar not going to let the Ravens lose this game. He was not having it. Mm-hmm. And the difference in the game, I mean, you could already see. I don't know. Somebody made that comment about Greg Roman just a little while ago.
Big Rod.
Yeah. See, and I mean, and that's so important, man, because what the point Rod is making is legit. I mean, because Greg Roman had no answers, man. He had no answers. We go in at halftime 10-10. Mm-hmm. In the Greg Roman offense, there was no answers. He had no answers. Todd Monken back, man, and had answers. Mm-hmm. What they were doing to the Ravens, they say Houston was not a blitzing team, but they was blitzing the hell out of Lamar. and the Ravens came back and checked all of that in the second half and moved that ball. I mean, just a great win. And I haven't really felt this feeling that we have right now, this Ravens mania feeling in a long time, man. This win right here took it to a level that we really haven't seen since we saw Joe Flacco throwing that long ball to upset, the Denver Broncos in that playoff game. I mean,
yeah.
It's hype, man. It's a real hype feeling right now, and I don't care who come in here next week. My mind from day one haven't changed at all. The Ravens will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl.
You're gonna have it half right. Your other team didn't make it.
Eagles didn't make it, and I think even when I picked them, I kind of threw them in the. I don't even give a damn about the motherfucking. I mean, that's how I am. I don't give a shit about the NFC. These Ravens are playing ball. What's up, Brooks?
What's up, man?
I'm hyped.
Hype. CB in the building.
What's going on?
What's happening, CB?
Chilling. Yeah,
good. Welcome to the flow, brother.
Yes, sir.
So Barnett asked the question: did they have the offensive weapons to do anything before this year? They had some weapons. I agree with what Dean is saying. That Greg Roman was probably the bigger problem. because he was so limited. You know what I'm saying? He was a hell of a run coordinator, but he was very limited outside of that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And then and coaching, man, is about making adjustments. You know, and at that level, you know what I'm saying? They always talk about the halftime adjustment. And at 10-10, you going in the locker room, you're not really concerned. You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, it's like Harbaugh when he came out, he said it's 0-0. It's a nothing game. You know, we gotta make some plays. And whatever adjustments they made, you know, they got the adjustments done, man, and they came out the second half. The offense looked a whole lot different. You know, they wasn't getting to Lamar like they was in that second half in the second quarter. You know, wasn't putting the pressure on him like they were. He was able to make plays when he needed to, but the running game just took over. You know, the offensive line imposed their will. They were running the football extremely well, you know, and they just did what they had to do, man, to close the game out. Just a dominant win for the Ravens, man. CB, man, what was your thoughts on the game?
I thought it was the second half, the last 30 minutes. I think it's a game of two halves, and you know, I think in the second half they really showed their potential. I mean, they look like a Super Bowl team. I mean, when you look at the Ravens, you know, and on both sides of the ball and special teams, they look tough. And then, you know, on the AFC side, you know, waiting to see who's going to win between the Bills and the Chiefs. And, you know, while the Chiefs, I think, is probably a better team than the Bills, I think that the Ravens it'll be a good game. It'll be a heavyweight game.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of those games that it could come down to the last possession. But you know, I will put my money on the Ravens to get to the Super Bowl this year. They have it, you know, because I mean, you know, compared to last year, when you look at their running game, when you look at their line, especially when you look at their receivers, and even on the other side of the ball, I think their defensive play improved as we progressed through the season. I think they struggled in some games, you know. There were some clear struggles there, but they're here now, you know. So,
well, I mean, for the defense, to me, the defense have been pretty strong since they picked up my guy Smith. You know,
right.
that pickup changed everything
Roquan.
for this defense. Roquan. So, and you talking about middle of last year? That was the key pickup on the defensive side of the football. And you know, last year in that playoff game, you know, against Cincinnati, if Lamar playing that game, we beat Cincinnati. I'm 100% sure of that. You know, now going to Kansas City might have been a little different, but I'm 100% sure we would have beat Cincinnati. There's no doubt in my mind, if Lamar played that game the way that defense was playing, we beat Cincinnati. Probably beat them easy. You know, but the defense is really, it's going to be interesting. You know, next week when you get a Mahomes or a Josh Allen.
You know, Allen is prone to make mistakes.
Oh, Allen gonna give something up.
Right, he's gonna give it up.
But you got to put the pressure on him. But it's gonna be interesting to see that defense against, you know, that level of quarterback. You know, so you know, and you know they always try to make stories, man. They come with so Mahomes is playing his first road playoff games ever.
Right,
that's the big thing, you know. So
right.
It's Pat Mahomes, man. I don't care where he's playing. He could play at, you know, at Dunbar Field, man. It don't matter. He gonna show up and he gonna do what he do.
Yeah.
You know, but I think that game is gonna be determined by the defense. You know, which defense can make a play, because I think the quarterbacks have shown in the games that they've played in the playoffs and regular season,
Mm.
it could be a high scoring affair. You know, it could be high scoring, man, and it could come down to the last possession
Between the Bills and the Chiefs?
Yes,
You
absolutely.
think so?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Have you seen the last couple games?
Yeah.
Yeah, they all come down to the wire.
Yeah. I don't see that with Bills and the Chiefs. I think going into the third quarter or going into the fourth quarter, that game is going to be over.
Okay, we will see.
You know, man, and when the Ravens are who they are right now, and you know, collectively, man, we do have to give props to Costa and Harbaugh. Like you say, man, bringing in Roquan was a huge pickup for this team. It changed the whole complexity of the defense when they brought Roquan Smith in. Then when you think about McDonald coming in as a defensive coordinator. I mean, you know, I'm sure, you know, it's business, man, but John Harbaugh had to go to Wink. They buddies, they homies. Like Wink, you know, it ain't happening. We got to make a move. So they get him out of there. And then he has to bring in a new offensive coordinator. He had to get Greg Roman out of there. And again, man, Greg Roman's offense, he's a guru when it comes to the run. But I again, you know, all year I've been saying I just didn't think his offense protected Lamar. I think his offense beat Lamar up. And I think when you are a quarterback and you're taking hits every game, every week, it's going to affect your accuracy. It's going to affect a lot of things. You're going to be hurting. You got aches and pains. And of course, he's been getting hurt over the last years. So I think bringing in Monken was so huge right behind the signing of Lamar. Of course, signing Lamar was the biggest thing. But Monken, man, his offense is an offense that Lamar is still getting used to. The team is still getting used to it, and they're getting better and better as they go along. But when you put all that together, Monken and McDonald and Roquan and Lamar, and then you bringing in Zay and OBJ and Aguilar, and you put all this in the mix, man. You put all this together, and also, man, that dude. I mean, even drafting Kyle Hamilton, #1 that year. A lot of people in Baltimore were scratching their head a little bit on the selection of Kyle Hamilton. In my mind, that guy should be in the running for the Defensive Player of the Year. He's all over the field. His name wasn't called quite as much today. It looked like he was playing a little bit more conventional safety, but this Ravens team, man, is solid, man, through and through. The only thing that I think they're a little bit weak at is coverage, punt coverage, kickoff coverage. In my mind, the Ravens should kick the ball through the end zone every time. Sometimes they want to kick the ball short or whatever. No, kick the goddamn ball out of the end zone and make them go 75 yards on this defense. That's where I am with that. And but man, the vibe right now in this Baltimore metropolitan area, man, with these Ravens is unreal, man. The vibe is unreal. And I don't really care who comes in here next week to play us. I got the Ravens beating them.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't go any other way. You know, you of all people, you can't go any other way. You since week one, you said you got them in the Super Bowl, so you know, ain't no need turning back now. Ain't need having no doubt now. You know, and I don't expect you to have none.
No,
anyway, you know, I don't expect no doubts from you. You know, but yeah, I mean, hey, listen, these boys been rolling, you know, all year, and it's kind of the last few weeks. The offense have looked really sharp, you know, at the end of the season, with except for the game that all the players set out, the Pittsburgh game. But the offense has been clicking. The defense has been solid all year, you know. Even the games that they lost, I mean, the defense really didn't give up a lot, you know, to where you were looking to have some concern about it, man. So you know, I always say, man, you want to be playing your best. You want to be playing your best ball
right now.
this time of year.
Yep.
You know, you don't want to peak in October and September. You know, you don't want to be balling out at that point. You want to be playing your best football November, late November, December into January.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the Ravens are one game away from, you know, going to Las Vegas for the Super Bowl. And oh man, can you imagine what Vegas would be like if the Ravens are, you know, the whole Baltimore City going. Everybody's going to Vegas. They probably booking trips now. You know, people probably booking now to get out there just to be out there for that run, man. But yeah, I'm impressed right now with what I'm seeing. You know, the team is playing really well. This was a pretty dominant performance this evening on the defensive end. You know, like I said, we said the first half started off slow offensively, but they were able to you know, pick the pace up on the defensive end and get it done, man. You know what I'm saying? So
who do you like with the Packers and the Niners?
Since I don't really have a dog in the fight, I'm a roll with Green Bay. Just because I like how the young quarterback been playing. I've watched him like 3 or 4 times this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really impressed with Jordan Love.
Mm-hmm.
But the 49ers are tough. You know, the 49ers are tough. So it's
I think they'll be on the other side. If Baltimore gets to the Super Bowl, I think the Niners will be there waiting for them.
Well, that's what everybody's saying.
That's what I think, man. They got they have an equally strong team, such as the Ravens. I think it would be fitting. That's just my opinion. If those two get into the big game, I think it would reflect like two of the top best teams, the two best teams rather, Ravens in the AFC. And but you know, of course, the Niners got to get past the Packers. But I do think that they'll, you know, they can just smack, man, smack that.
Yeah, I like to see. I mean, I don't really have, like I said, I don't have a dog in the fight.
Yeah.
As long as my guys are there, I don't really care who come. You know, whoever want to come to the party, they come on over and get some of that thrashing that we got waiting on. You know, I'm that's where I'm at with it. You know, that's where I'm at with it right now. Ravens. And
you know, man, I don't want people to think that we beat some.
Your sound went out.
You muted yourself.
Still out. I think he was going to say we didn't beat the Sisters of the Poor. You know, Houston not a slouch. You know, we didn't just beat up on you know, some also Rands.
Yeah, they're a pretty good team.
Yeah, but I'm a fan. I'm a fan of C.J. Stroud. I'm a fan. I like that.
That coach has done an outstanding job with that team, man.
Yeah. DeMarco.
Oh my goodness, man!
Yeah, he's doing a really good job coaching. But I'm a fan of the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of the quarterback, man. He's playing some really good football.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like I had an opportunity to watch him a couple weeks and just kind of watch him. And I remember the first week 1 when they played the Ravens. He looked good in that game. And, you know, Ravens beat him, but he looked really good. And that was his first NFL game. I was impressed. I was really impressed with him. So, you know, like I think Dean said a little while ago, you know, that's a young fella. We're going to have to deal with him for the next few years in the league. He ain't going nowhere. You know, and the Houston team is pretty. They got some young pieces, so they'll pull it together. They'll pull it together.
Yeah, they'll be around. Can you hear me?
Yeah. We got
it. I don't want people to think that the Ravens beat up on a bum team today.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bum team. These guys thrashed Cleveland last.
Yeah.
They thrashed them, man. And I mean, we know how strong that Cleveland defense was. We know who they got. They got some playmakers on that defense. Of course, Joe Flacco threw a couple pick sixes in the game and everything. But this Houston team, man, manhandled Cleveland.
Yeah.
So I don't want anybody to think that this whooping that the Ravens did today was on some subpar team. No, this team was on a run. This team was on a rise. It was playing well. That guy Stroud was making incredible throws in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, exactly what you said, Kenny. The first game of the year, he was impressive.
Yeah, he was real impressive that game.
Showed a lot of talent. I didn't realize, I've seen him play at Ohio State a few times. I never thought that he would be able to come into the league and perform this well so soon.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to that Houston team, man, and to the coach, and they on their way up.
Yeah. That's Barnett, our resident Steelers fan, asked, can they play in cold weather like that? And apparently not. At least today they couldn't.
Yeah, they're a dome team, right?
They dome team.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't get too caught up in that. Whether they cold weather team, I mean, because a lot of them guys are from all over the country. They played in cold weather before. A lot of them guys, everybody not from Florida and Texas,
You know what's funny when you say that?
Mm-hmm.
I think I heard on, I want to say it was First Take. I think it was Stephen A. And after Miami lost, I think he brought up some stat about the number of losses Miami had when the weather was 40 below.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the stat, but it was not a winning percentage.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna have the numbers, so the numbers going to speak to it.
Yeah.
I'm of the opinion any given Sunday, anything can happen.
Absolutely.
But I'm gonna just say this about the cold weather. I was outside earlier today, and no human being should be outside playing anything in that kind. Man, it's cold as shit outside, man.
Yo, what short sleeves? Ever since I was a kid, I could never understand the short sleeves. I played in cold weather.
Well,
long sleeves, man.
What they said was, if you got the long sleeves and you're sweating, then once you go stand around, you cold. You know what I'm saying? Because the sweat is on you, then it's like freezing up on you. So it'd be better just to go nothing. But they got heaters on the sideline, so they keep the sidelines pretty warm for them guys. Which it don't look like it to us, but they got them high power heaters, that's kicking out heat.
Yo, that feels like concrete, man. That thing is concrete. That grass is frozen.
But they got a heating system under the field too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Most new stadiums got the heating system and all that stuff, man. So the fields won't freeze up. And then they got the drainage, so they, man, all that stuff is so all that, yeah. All that stuff is so high tech. As much as these stadiums are costing,
right?
They better have all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, see, they can't have the frozen tundra. They can't have that stuff no more. We can't be out there playing like it's 1966.
Nah, definitely.
Yeah, but it's just cold. It was let me see, who was this Barnett? Lamar and Zay are from Florida, having said that they don't make enough to get hit in this weather. Yeah, but they, they Baltimore guys now, so they up here in it. So it's one thing to come from 70, 80 degrees, even 40 to 50 degrees from one place, and then you come up here and you're dealing with 20. With the wind, it could be minus or, in the single digits. That's a whole different thing. when you live here, you kind of adjust your body to it. Even though the Ravens practice inside, they don't even practice outside. They practice inside. You got to be up here in the stuff. You got to get to the car. You got to get you out in the element a little bit. The Big Rod said, "Man, we play football in the snow all the time." Come on.
Yep. That's
Hey,
a
man.
fact, man.
But Rodney, I'm 52 now, man. When I was 12 and 13, I was with it all day. But I'm 52, brother, and it is cold outside, and I ain't with it. Yeah,
man, a lot of times when these teams come into camp, one of the biggest things is on certain teams is their quarterback controversy.
Mm-hmm.
Their quarterback controversy. Who's going to be the starter between this guy and that guy? I just want to throw it out there for next year. Is there a tight end controversy with the Ravens?
Uh-oh.
Because this boy, Isaiah Likely, he ain't a joke, man.
Yeah.
This guy is no joke. In fact, when I looked at Keaton Mitchell's injury, a bigger hit to the Ravens than Mark Andrews' injury.
Yeah, you're right.
So I wonder, this guy Likely is for real. He legit, and he's been looking really, really good, man.
Now, wait, he's in what, year 2?
He in year 2.
So I wonder what kind of contract he got. What his rookie deal is? Is it like a 3 or 4? Because what round was he picked in?
He was like a 5th round pick, I think, 4th or 5th round, maybe the 4th round.
All right.
So,
but yeah, so and you know how this thing go, man. When the business of sport,
money,
the business of sport is ugly.
It is.
And Mark Andrews is a fan favorite. You know what I'm saying? But he got a high dollar contract as well.
Yes, he does.
When it comes time to having to make that decision,
he's getting cut.
Would they say, well, because of who he is and what he's done here, they may come to him and say, look, can you want to restructure this thing and we can stretch you out a little bit, or we're gonna pay the young fella and we gonna but it's the business of sport, man.
How old is he?
Who's that?
Andrews,
he gotta be
around 27 or
27,
something.
28, because him and Lamar came the same year, but he's a little older.
A little bit older, yeah.
I think Lamar is about 26, so he might be 28, 29ish, And I think this is his first injury. This is the first time he really been hurt since he been pretty durable since he's been here. And I mean, he's the number 1 receiver on this team.
Yep. He's been a stud.
Yeah, yeah. So but again, it's a hell of a point to raise.
Yeah.
Now, God.
Now let me ask you a question. Do you think it would be? Do you see where there will be more 2 tight end formations, so that they both can be playing?
Yeah,
I don't even think that's the problem. I think the problem is going to become when he go for some money. Likely is showing that he going to want to get some money.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't about, because you can scheme it up any kind of way you want. And they surely can put both of them on the field at the same time, which would cause hella problems for the defenses trying to cover them. But it's the money, because Likely is showing that he can be a number 1 guy in this league. And when his time comes to get paid, what are the Ravens going to do? They're going to have that. They're going to be in that conundrum. Do we pay this young fella who's showing that he can do the job? And he's starting to look pretty comfortable. You know what I'm saying? He's starting to look real comfortable. Even with the one that he threw low, and he told Lamar, throw that shit up. And next time he threw it, whoop, give me that touchdown. And he do his little shimmy every time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he getting real comfortable.
And he caught the other ball, and he steamrolled that guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did.
That was
he did. So let y'all know my favorite Steeler fan. He wrote a book. So I'm gonna put the book up on the if anybody want to read that.
Off topic.
So did you guys see the report on the NFL and concussions? They may have said that the base cognitive threshold was lower for black players than white players. The NFL was paying out to black players less money because they would have to show a lot more severe head trauma. This affected payout.
I remember that.
For the concussions. The NFL changed it in 2022.
I slightly remember that.
So
I remember the controversy that came. I remember when it came up and there was debate discussion around it. I don't remember all the details, but I do like what the Facebook user.
That's Barnett.
I do recall that. Yeah,
that's Barnett. That's our resident Steelers fan.
Oh, okay.
Hey, did the Steelers play this week?
Yeah,
I'm just asking.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, I was just asking.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm petty. I'm petty like that. I don't care.
Dang.
Hey, listen. Even Barnett talking about the Ravens gonna win the Super Bowl. I don't like that kind of talk from a Steelers fan. I think that's the reverse psychology he's trying to play on us.
Damn.
But
Yeah, the Steelers, man. I mean, Mike Tomlin been getting some questions, man, on what are you going to do next year and all that kind of stuff, which I kind of predicted earlier that they would be looking at him as the coach and all that kind of stuff. And he was going to be hearing some whispers about vacating that position, because, when it comes to historically, when it comes to, black coaches, the lease ain't that long. And here, this man, he ain't never had a losing season. And he willed them guys into the playoffs this year. Mike Tomlin is a Hall of Fame coach. And the thing I think with the Steelers, I think their problem is that they made the wrong selection at quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went and drafted Kenny Pickett. I just think he's elite, and he probably won't ever be elite. So, other guys will have to step up. But I give my props to Tomlin for getting that team into the playoffs. But 2023, 2024, this season, man, is all about the purple and black. It's all about them Ravens, man.
Yeah. And you've been pretty steadfast on that since week one, So we got to figure out some kind of award for something, we got to get you some kind of goddamn trophy or something, something to put behind your head over there on your wall back there.
I wish that I had followed up on my thoughts. I never got around to it, but I wanted to put something down on that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That'd have been sweet, especially early on.
Right from the beginning.
Whatever. I don't know what the odds were early, but that'd have been real sweet. Let me see what Big Rod's saying. Remember, the reports and results are still slanted, just as the views on black quarterbacks, the NFL as an old boy's billion. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Woo! And all these young black quarterbacks, I know some folks, man, kind of turned, they get turned off by that. The league's too. Remember they said that about the NBA back in the day. The league's too black.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Who was this? This is Barnett. So Brooks, if the only one that picked the Ravens, does that mean the rest of you guys doubted them from the beginning? Absolutely. Come on now. Come on now. I don't even know why I didn't put that. I should have read it before I put it up. Man, listen.
Who put that up?
Barnett.
Oh, Barnett. Okay.
The Steeler fan. I don't think they had a game this week. That guy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. But nah, man, we Ravens fans, bro. We feel like we gonna win it every year. See, if you had been watching from the beginning, what I said and what I always say is I use the first 4 weeks of the season as my as my my judge, because the starters don't play in the preseason, so we needed to see that. And this has been my stance for forever. As long as I've been watching football, this has been my stance. I used the first 4 weeks of the season to kind of get a determination of who I think is going to be, them contenders. After you see the team for 4 weeks, that's kind of how I make my determination. And I watch the Ravens closely. You know what I'm saying? So I watched them the first 4 weeks, even when they were losing games, because they was in every game. I think I saw something today that said that every game Lamar Jackson started, they had a lead in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Every game. So he played 16 of the 17, and they had leads in the fourth quarter of every game into the last 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You didn't think the Ravens would have a game this week. See, I'm not even gonna put that up because I know the Steelers didn't.
Damn.
I know the Steelers didn't have a game this week for sure.
Damn.
Yeah, I know that. We're supposed to walk by faith. Man, listen, man. Me and Dean are Ravens fans. I know CB. I'm not gonna do this to you, CB. I know who you root for.
I'm a Cowboy fan, man.
I know who you root for.
I'm a real Cowboy fan.
We on the Steelers right now, and you're on the panels. I'm not gonna go hard on you, but we on the Steelers right now, and we are Ravens fans around here, and so we ride or die, and when it ain't right, we gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know now I didn't even have a podcast a few years ago, but I know me and Dean we had some conversations about Flacco. He should have been gone 3 years before he left.
Absolutely.
He should have been gone.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
Bowler should have been really gone.
He should have never been here.
He should have been.
He should have never even been here.
When I first moved down here, I was like, man, who the fuck is this school? Kyle who?
Kyle Bowler.
Yeah. Hey.
Who was the coach at that time? He had came from the Vikings.
Brian Billick.
Oh.
The Steelers beat out Taxi Squad before. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, good job. Good job. Y'all beat the third and fourth strings. I'm proud of y'all. Y'all beat the first game too. What would you say, Dean? When that first game they played what?
Yeah.
That first game they lost to the Steelers. Because remember you was texting me.
Oh man.
Yo, Packers come to play.
What was the word I was saying? I know I dropped it on you like 7, 8 times. Man,
you was hitting me with it every time. I was like, yeah, it just felt bad. It felt bad.
I say?
I can't even remember.
Think of the word, man. That game was ridiculous. That game was ridiculous. But when you look at the Ravens season as a whole, and you pointed out that pretty much other than that last game where Huntley started, the Ravens really could have won every single game. They were in the lead in every game. They led in the fourth quarter in every game. This is very close to an undefeated season for the Ravens. I mean, they could have won every game.
Oh, yeah, they could have won every game. Absolutely.
They didn't play their starters against the Steelers, but this Ravens team, man, I thought that when we picked up Roquan last year and the combination of Roquan and Lamar, I thought that was a serious tag team right there. And of course, Lamar got hurt, so he wasn't able to really play that much with the Roquan Smith defense. And I just thought coming into the season, I just thought at the playoffs last year, if Lamar had played, I just was not afraid of anybody in the AFC. I wasn't afraid of. Definitely think we would have beat Cincinnati, like you pointed out earlier. I wasn't afraid of Kansas City. I wasn't afraid of Buffalo. If you got Roquan and Lamar on that field, I wasn't afraid of any of those teams. So coming into this season, especially with Lamar signing and the coordinator coming from Georgia, man, I was hyped as hell on this team, man, and I was so sure that this team was going to the Super Bowl, and I haven't wavered on it all year, and I'm right there, and we're getting close.
Yep. And my guy Thaddeus giving you props. You know, giving you the most persistent on picking the Ravens to win the Super Bowl from day one. He deserved that Sportsman's trophy. Goddamn right.
Absolutely.
Goddamn right. And yeah, I might go pick that up this week. Present it to you Sunday. Once they win that shit, you know, we present you the trophy and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I don't know where we go from. You know, we always say, you know, the bed a little colder now. You know, the wings a little bit more tasty now.
Yeah.
I mean, it is off the hook right now.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know where we go with that.
And people not even feeling the cold. They not even feeling the cold weather tonight.
Nah, man.
It feels like it's about 75.
I don't know what this feels like.
15 degrees outside, feeling like 75.
I'm only familiar with disappointment.
Now,
no elation.
I you know,
a dose of reality.
And I feel for you, CB. I do. I feel for you.
It's all right.
See, this Steeler fan, he always trying to bring up some controversy. Queen should be feeling some type of way with all the Smith love. No, Queen better be thanking Smith. Because Smith gonna get that man some money. Now he may or may not get it with the Ravens, but he will get paid.
He will get paid.
I promise you that. His production went way up when Roquan came. You know, they are the best linebacker tandem in the league. You know. So yeah.
It's gonna be
you, Barnett. We talking about you.
It's gonna be a big discussion. You know, after the Ravens, you know, lock down and win this Super Bowl, it's gonna be a big discussion on how they work the roster for next year, who get paid and all this kind of stuff. Queen looking for some money, Matabike gonna get paid. You know, so it's gonna be some questions. On this. That's why I threw the Mark Andrews thing out there. You know, you say, they got to restructure his contract. So I don't know. It's going to have to work some things out. But, you know, when it comes to a guy like Lamar Jackson, and he is the odds-on favorite to win the MVP. I mean, you're looking at a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if you got 2 MVPs under your belt, especially when he wins this Super Bowl, he's already a Hall of Fame quarterback. But see, what I'm thinking about this guy, Lamar Jackson, I'm not limited to him being a 2-time MVP. I'm not limited to him just being a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I'm not limited to him just being a Hall of Fame quarterback. I'm looking at this guy with the potential to be one of the all-time great quarterbacks that has ever played this game. This is what I see when I see Lamar Jackson. Now, a lot of people didn't see that before. It was tough to see it with him and Greg Roman's offense. It was tough to see that when he didn't really have many weapons around him. This guy, Lamar Jackson, is playing at such a high level. He get this Super Bowl the way DaCosta operate, Harbaugh, and the way they're going to be able to keep the talent of this team together, we could be looking at multiple Super Bowls. Yeah. And Lamar Jackson is when it's all said and done, this dude really could be on the Mount Rushmore of football.
Yeah, absolutely. And I had to go back into the transcripts of our text messages during that Pittsburgh game.
Okay.
and the word was embarrassment.
Oh yeah, hell yeah!
This was an embarrassment, and I think you might have been. It might have been 6 times.
Oh shit!
That was.
I got to pounce, man. The Packers are balling, man.
Yeah. Hey, Jordan Love, man. Jordan Love is the real deal. You know, he's the real deal. But you know what, man?
Who made that comment?
Get the safeties down. Oh, he fell.
Say it again, Dean.
Who made this comment? I think the Ravens had to lose. I can't see.
Oh, that's Big Rod.
Yeah, man, and I mean that's so true, man. Because you know, I did not, as embarrassing as that Steeler game was, I wanted them to lose, and I think I may even said that.
You said that.
Yeah,
they needed to lose this one. You said that.
They needed to lose that game because, and loss, man, a loss and sadness is an anger. Those emotions, man, are a lot deeper, and you learn a lot more than being happy and being glad and all that. When you lose like that, and it's painful and it's embarrassing,
oh yeah,
that taste, man, that feeling will have you, man, really down deep, doing some deep soul searching. And I'm glad that they lost that game. You know, did we lose to Cleveland in a close game?
Yeah, when
So those losses, man, were some good losses for us to do some deep soul searching, man, because this is a real good football team, and you need to deal with that kind of adversity on your journey to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. What's up, Scott Brady? What's happening, my man? Lamar definitely is great. I've been trying to tell people that for the last 3-4 years. They, they weren't listening to me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So this Barnett is directing this at UCB.
What's
when
up?
When the Ravens played the last game at the Cowboys old stadium, that fun.
You ain't gotta ask for a friend, my man. You can ask for yourself. Shit.
Now, I didn't know CB at that time, but I'm sure he was rooting for the Cowboys.
You fucking right.
Yeah, I'm sure he was rooting for the Cowboys there. You know. Well,
actually, to be honest with you, I told you the story. When I started watching football, I had two teams. It was Pittsburgh and Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
When Dallas and Pittsburgh went to the first Super Bowl, I had to make a pick. My man picked Pittsburgh, and I went with Dallas. Okay. And it's been that way. It's been that way since then.
You got almost 50 years in the game.
Well,
the first time was what, 76?
Okay.
Yeah, 75, 76, something like that, when they played the Cowboys the first time.
I ain't trying to tell my age and shit, man. You know, I was only 2 weeks old at the time.
Yeah, you and me both.
I'm checking out, y'all. Good talk.
All right, Dino.
Great win.
No, I'm out too, man. I want to check out this game.
Well, shit. Hey, everybody out. Let me sign off.
Okay, that'll work.
Well, you know. Yeah, well, we wrapped it up. So the Ravens get the dub, man. We'll be back. I don't know what time they play next week. I don't know what time next week, but
is it a Saturday or Sunday game?
Sunday. Both the games will be next Sunday, the championship games. So whatever time they play, we even if it's the late game, we may have to come on for a couple minutes because we're going to the Super Bowl after that. So thank everybody for tuning in. You know, appreciate y'all, man. Ravens on the way to the AFC Championship game. Baltimore is going to be lit all week. You know, for some events going on, y'all let me know. You know, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to the channels. Follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X. It used to be called Twitter. I'm starting to do some Apple and Spotify podcasting as well. So you can follow me over there at the Sports Mix Podcast. I got the hoodies and the t-shirts. If y'all want to order them, hit me up. And I can get those to you. You know what I'm saying? But thank everybody for tuning in. Pittsburgh fan, you know, maybe next year, buddy. Maybe next year, buddy. And yeah, it is, but I don't care. But
I don't know.
We out of here. Man. Y'all have a good one.
All right.
Peace.
Later.